One of my favorite things to do in Florida now that I live down here is roam around the dealer auctions, but not just the dealer auctions, the donation auctions, because people donate some wild things like this '05 BMW 645i convertible with 92,000 miles, or this '03 Cadillac DeVille with 126,000 miles. People donated, gave these cars away, which I'm going to tell you about in a little while. There's also this car right here, this Scion TC with 24,000 miles. The other one that really caught my attention was the '85 C4 Corvette. That has something very special about it. We have a Cadillac sedan DeVille over there, and up on the other side over here is, what's that right there? Yes, a Camaro Z28 with a V8 convertible anniversary edition. There were so many cool cars at this auction. We're gonna do a walkthrough, show you some prices, and hopefully leave with the Corvette over there. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Come join me. So I'm going to dive right into it. I have a dealer's license. Dealer's license gives me access to dealer auctions. They're not just auctions that sell wholesale cars. They're not auctions that just sell trade-in vehicles, like when you trade in your car to a new car store. Sometimes there's wholesalers that buy cars from the public and sell to dealers. This one has new car stores that sell their trade-ins, and it also has charity donations. What that is, because it sounded good. So back to what I was thinking about. I lost track because the revving engine driving by.
Needs a second. Forget it.
When your car is either too far gone and you don't want to fix it, or maybe you pass away and your family doesn't want to sell it, maybe you just generally don't want to sell it and think it doesn't have any value, well, instead of the $250 you might get at the junkyard, you can donate your car and get full value as a tax deduction off your taxes at the end of the year. So people will donate their vehicles to charity. They end up at auctions like this, where I can come and buy all of these cars, including this F-150 that is really nice, and I'm going to show you in a minute. And then the money I pay for the vehicle goes to the charity. Then I get the vehicle and the title, and then I can sell it and keep the profits for myself.
It's his profit.
Yeah. So everybody's winning. The charity gets my money, and then I go sell it, and then I keep whatever we make, and then obviously the cost of the car. So we are at this auction, and this is what really catches my attention. Living in Florida is amazing, because this is an '02 F-150 Lariat. The big thing here is these cab corners and rocker panels, and also the bottoms of the doors. There is no rust here. It's amazing. What you do get though is sun fade. So you get sun fade here. It burns through the clear coat, then it burns through the paint, then you get to the body. Then it also burns up the stickers. So you're typically doing repair to the paint, repair to the decals, repair to the hood, any spot that the sun just burns on, bakes on. This is why we wax our cars and put ceramic coating on our cars. The other thing you'll see me do in almost all my videos is headlight correction, which we're not going to do in this video, but almost every video on every vehicle flip I purchase, we do headlight corrections, which is kind of funny because I'm going to dive right into that Camaro right there, which is opposite of what we're talking about. Now, before headlights like this, we had pop-up headlights, and right after pop-up headlights, when those became illegal, we had these. So these were your alternative in many vehicles, and you can see those halogens were replaceable. So instead of replacing the bulb like you would in that, you would replace this entire lens, that has pop-up headlights, which we'll find too. Those became illegal because they became inoperable at times, and then you only had one headlight flipped up, and the government said, no, they're too cool, get rid of them. I've been talking a lot. Let's see what else is here. Let's go right back to this Camaro. So the reason you know it is an anniversary, it's white with orange, and then it comes with the white wheels. It also is a Z28, but it's a 1997. 1997 was their 30th anniversary. Yes, this leather seat is gross, but the rest of the car is really nice. Like, it just needs some love. I can use some Mildicide and some good scrubbing and elbow grease to bring this back to life. The door panel is great. The dashboard is incredible, and it sounds healthy. We've already started it before this video. Now in 97, you have an LT1 V8. That's what was in the Corvette as well. That is a cast iron block. 98, however, you get the newer headlights, like we had just talked about, the enclosed sealed beam headlights, and you also get an LS1, which is an aluminum block, aluminum head, LS1 5.7 liter V8, same cubic inches, 350, but much lighter, way more powerful. That's what everybody's doing in their swaps until the Coyotes came out. White leather, white exterior, white top, This was a really, really cool car in 97. I wonder what it's worth today. The original books are still here. 30th anniversary. We have the mirror that broke off, which is still right there. The top worked, I already checked it. The dash isn't all broken. Like this gets really brittle and cracks, and they managed to keep it all in one piece, which is great. And then even the steering wheel's in good shape too. Now you can see why some are donated. We have burnt clear coat all the way around the car. We have 132,000 miles, which isn't bad, but it was crashed. It needs some love. Yeah, they could have sold it, but selling cars is a headache. Some people just want out of it and they donate them and then collect a tax deduction. 05 Honda Accord in premium shape. This blows my mind. Like somebody donated, gave away one of the best vehicles ever made. Leather interior. This car is so nice. What is this gonna sell for? Now this would do well for me to resell. The problem is, even at a donation auction, I bet this thing's gonna be all the money. I bet it's gonna go for too much money. This, again, clear coat fade, but there are body shops everywhere that paint cars. Now the sunroof is open, which makes me think it's probably broken. And how much water, we haven't had rain in months, so it shouldn't be too bad, but how much water has gotten into that sunroof? This worth so much up north. It is a 4x4. I already showed you this car, but you can see like what the sun does to the rubber and the plastics. We have another Altima with 172,000 miles. Toyota Matrix, fun fact about this, same as the Pontiac Vibe. The Pontiac Vibe is on the Toyota Matrix platform, so if you get a Vibe, you're actually buying a Toyota. We're gonna go over this car in a little while, but this is an 05 BMW 645 Ci. I've already tested the top, does not work. There is a check engine light on, which is scary, and the SMG transmission is a hard no. I stay away from these transmissions, which I'll tell you about later on in this video, but it does have the original books, and it even has low miles, 92,000 miles in a 2005. We have a Hyundai Elantra, and then a DTS, which I'm gonna go to in a minute, but this Sedan DeVille, 1991 Sedan DeVille, 83,000 miles. Watch how this door shuts, ready? Oh my goodness, it even smells like 1991 in there. Shuts so well. This door weighs a ton. I believe that spot on the fender is an indicator, and then look at the hood ornament on the hood. This brings me back to 1991. This is the car my mother had when I was growing up. Leather's a little beat. We could probably tan it. There was obviously something in the airbox or in the dash that was chewing. You can see it all there. Look at the carpet, like how much carpet there was in this car. What is this cassette right here? The golden voice of Frank Patterson. And then here is, I'm not gonna show you his name, but here is the person that owned this car, New York State Fire Chaplain, celebrating 53 years of service. Oh, I don't wanna show his name, but thank you for your service and really well done keeping your Cadillac primo. Even the headliner isn't falling down. One more smell. Smells like my childhood and doesn't smell like cigarettes, which is amazing. Oh, well, he was a firefighter. Normal that firefighters do smoke cigarettes or don't smoke cigarettes? I don't really know. But here's the thing. Cadillac owners, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, smoke cigarettes. Florida, Cadillac owners, those are old people. I don't know. Whatever. What am I saying? I'm just talking nonsense now. 2003 Cadillac DTS. DTS was the better version of the DeVille. You're getting a center console instead of 6 passengers, instead of a bench seat. But to be honest with you, I kind of like the bench seat. Pull your honey over, wrap your arm around her, let her give you some necking while you're, well, yeah, we'll stick with just the necking. Let her give you some necking while you're driving. Don't get dirty, Craig. This car is pretty nice. Smells like an 03 Cadillac. Like they have their smell, still smells like it doesn't go away. Look at how clean the doors are. Dash isn't warped. A lot of times these cars are seasonal vehicles as well. So the snowbirds come down, they keep their car in the garage through the entire summer and they only use them in the winter. We have a crashed Yaris. We have a Pontiac Torrent, which is the same as a Chevy Equinox. There are 2 cars that I really like here that I want to show you though. This is a Corvette C4, 1985 Corvette C4 with 107,000 miles. Obviously the window is inoperable right now. This is a removable Targa roof. What's cool about the emergency brake, same as the Ferraris of this generation, you pull it up and it goes back down. That way you can get out of the car. So even though the emergency brake is pulled right now, see, it falls right back down so you can get in and out of the car. Look at how deep I am in this car. Now, older men like Corvettes, how hard is this for an older person to get out of? Wild. Now, there's more interesting. I pull it up here, I push the button, let it down, emergency brake is released. Older Ferraris in the 90s, 80s, and 90s do that as well. 4-speed transmission. Not really. It's actually a 4+3. That's 3 overdrive speeds that you push right here to get your overdrive. So that's like a push button. So you have a 4-speed, and then you have overdrive. And I did a bit about this transmission previously. It's really neat. It works the overdrive gears in the rear, and you're essentially getting like 7-speed way back then. Now, if I turn the ignition, do we have power? All the lights still light up. Original cassette player. Someone donated this car. I like to set a number in my head. I think it's probably worth $2,500. I'll go up to $3,000. I do not steer over my number. At least I try not to. So $3,000 is my max. Look at the digital clock and the digital gauges. Can we start this thing? No, battery's dead. And then storage in the back. Can't fit a set of golf clubs like my E-Ray, but and that, instead of an airbag, is your dash pad. You get in an accident, your head smashes that. Kind of neat to see this car on the road still in this kind of condition. $3 grand max. Now we have a 06 Scion TC, like I said, snowbird cars, old people cars. They come down here, they keep their car in the garage, they keep it primo. I bet this thing smells like a new car when I step in. Smells like a new Toyota would in 2006, and this is going to go for the auction too. But what does a basically brand new Scion TC go for? Two-door Corolla is essentially what that is. 04 Land Rover, 70,000 miles. I know better than to buy these things. I know to stay away from these vehicles. But 70,000 miles, 21 years old. I feel like Dennis from Always Sunny in Philadelphia buying an old Range Rover.
A starter car! This car is a finisher car! A transporter of gods! The Golden God!
Where's the key go? Oh, the key goes right here. 70,000 miles? Like if this is like $3 grand, $3,500? Shoot, don't buy it, Craig. But look at how nice it is. Premium condition, 4.4 liter V8, 4x4, pretty rugged. I'm sure it leaks oil like they all do. Can you see how badly I'm sweating? Florida heat is killing me. And then we have a Durango that somebody tried their hand at some shoddy bodywork on their own. 250,000 miles. Let's stay away from a Chrysler product with a 250,000 miles. The auction is going to start soon, and you can see they have regular cars as well. So these are dealer trade-ins or other dealers trying to sell off some of their older inventory or potential vehicles with problems. So this is the area that you go to where there's, you know, other, like you would normally see at a dealer auction. I want to show you this Toyota FJ Cruiser. It has 341,000 miles. How far is the moon from here? I think this car has been to the moon and back, and it's still in excellent shape. What's the frame look like? Frame is perfect. I've seen FJs up in New Hampshire with 60,000 miles that don't look this nice. Okay, we have a ripped seat from getting in and out, to be expected, and that seems like about the worst of this vehicle. What's really cool about the FJ, these have the 4Runner power plant, so I think it's a 4-liter V6 automatic transmission, 4-wheel drive, pretty industrious, pretty reliable, not better than pretty reliable. Clearly it has 350,000 miles. And what's neat is, I said it's industrious. The door's open, so it's like a 2.5 door. Instead of a 4-door, you have 2 half doors in the rear. And these floors, like the Honda Element, are all plastic rubber floors. So you just pull the floor mats out, rinse everything down. It is so easy to maintain these things, and that's why FJs are still worth so much money, even with 300,000 plus miles. Perfect car for my son's first car. Not at 300,000 miles, but generally speaking, if I find a reasonable one, that might be what he's getting. And this may just look like a Fox body Mustang to the untrained eye. There's much more to it than that, because if we look at the inside, okay, somebody replaced the interior, new seats, but it has the original Dogmatic transmission, right? There's more to it. Check out the undercarriage. Wait a minute, what is going on under there? Let's find out. Whoa, bingo, that is a Coyote motor. This car has over $30,000 in receipts for that engine swap, and only has 532 miles on the motor, a Tremac transmission of an 8.8-inch rear end. This is a really neat car that somebody put way too much money into. Still a red Fox body. It's beautiful. Somebody spent a lot of money on it, and somebody's gonna lose a lot of money on it. Grand Marquis everywhere that don't have rust right here, which is typical in New Hampshire, not in Florida. I'm from New Hampshire, clearly, so you have to bear with me. I'm still like getting over the novelty of not having rusty cars. Monte Carlo. This is gonna be the last one I'm gonna show you. I think this is 77 Monte Carlo with 98,000 miles. 3 ugly colors. We have yellow, we have yellowy brown, and we have brown. So bad. What is wrong with us in the 70s and 80s that everything was yellows and oranges back then? Okay, if I touch here, yep, that should get the horn going. Dash not cracked, headliner impeccable, seats impeccable, speakers replaced, radio. Oh, this looks like an updated old stock radio, like it's new but old. Power windows, and it is a Landau edition. Check out that back seat. Could you get lucky back there? Is there enough space? Craig, stop being dirty. 79 Monte Carlo. So cool. Again, non-existent where I'm from. Monte Carlo. Got a little bit of glue down here on the bumper, literally bumper. That's why they call them bumpers. You bump into them, bump into everything. And they used to be able to take an impact, unlike vehicles of today. There's a little bit of everything. A lot of regular cars now, nothing of interest to me. There's an Audi TT and a couple other vehicles. The auction is going to get started shortly. I'm gonna grab a bite and a drink, and then we're gonna watch the cars run through and then see what they sell for. I'm gonna show you the prices. Maybe we leave with a Camaro, maybe we leave with a Corvette, maybe we leave with nothing. I don't really have much space yet. Still looking for that shop down here.
That's the real deal right there, boys. He built right at it. 23 grand, 23,250.
Coyote swapped Fox body, over 500 horsepower. 97 Camaro, anniversary car just went through, selling for $3,100. This Honda Accord should sell for around $3,000. Retail should be about $4,700 to $5,200, and it is one owner, no accidents. That's why we come to the donation auctions for those right there. Well, this thing needs paint, but it doesn't need rust repair, which is why it's so valuable to me. Let's check out what it's worth in the history. Look at what the sun does down here in Florida. I would just remove that cap and sell it separately. So this truck, 115,000 mile Lariat Super Crew, 2002. Those things are long gone in New Hampshire. $1,200, retails $3,000. Up north, 6,500, 7,500. It is 4x4, and it has one owner and no accidents. That is valuable to me. Accord's at 2,700 right now. 28, 29, oh, 39. It's at 4, so it's 1,000 over what I thought it would sell for. 4,200, 4,500 for a Honda Accord. I said that was the retail price. By the way, I'm growing my hair out. How's the zoom in? I feel puffy today. 4,600 sold. Let's check out the F-150. Big deal, needs some paint. I'd rather paint than rust repair. $4,000. They have money on it. So you can see I can't base these numbers on my book numbers. They're way off. I said I'd sell it for 6,500 up north. By the time it gets up north, it's not worth it. How about a Nissan Altima? No, because check engine light's flashing. So we're gonna stay away from an Altima with a check engine light flashing for sure. Don't want this. Don't want that. Watch out for this. This has my interest. I am not going to be buying this for several reasons, although it looks cool. Number one, it's a convertible. Number two, the convertible doesn't work. Number three, SMS transmission. BMW went through this phase where they wanted a manual, but not a manual. It's kind of like a clutchless manual transmission. They called it the SMG transmission. I called it SMS, SMG transmission, which was like basically you're, instead of paddle shifting, you're shifting with your shifter without a clutch. You can't replace them. They failed miserably. You cannot replace them. They did them on the M3 and the M5s, and then just the value plummeted on that generation M series and all BMWs with an SMG transmission because no, they're unserviceable. The cost to repair them or replace them at the BMW dealer, who's the only one that can do it, is more than the car's worth. They're junk, and the top doesn't work in that, so we're gonna stay away from it. Now we have Cadillacs galore. Cadillacs everywhere. Oh, older Cadillac right there. DeVille's galore. That's a DTS, which is the upgraded version of the DeVille. This is an 03 with 126,000 miles. What's cool about being down in Florida, these things are everywhere and they're in good shape. Is it overheating though? Temperature staying, so these have North Star engines, and if the coolant isn't flushed regularly or they use the wrong coolant, it actually wears the head gaskets prematurely, and then you have head gasket issues. It's an aluminum block. They warp, all kinds of problems in like 2001, 2002, 2003, unless you took care of it. If you took care of it, then you get a great car. 03 DTS, best version available, 126,000 miles. Now here's a sedan DeVille. My mother had this car in the 90s. We'll see what this goes for. Now this is just your standard 4.9 liter port fuel injection, which they used in the movie Gone in 60 Seconds when he was revving the engine.
A starter car! This car is a finisher car! A transporter of gods! The Golden God!
$2,000 for that car. I was wrong. $3,000 on that BMW. And that's why people buy them, because it's so hard to say no to a car that looks like that for $3,000, but then the repairs are even more expensive than that. So much bang for your buck if you get a good one though. Now we have a square body sedan DeVille. $1,000. So tempting. $1,000 for that car. The leather's torn up though. I think I showed you that at the beginning of this video. Let's see what the DTS goes for. $2,000. One owner, no accidents. $1,400. Probably best car here for the price. $2,000. $2,100. Wow. $2,200 is the high bid on that Cadillac. So much bang for your buck. All right, $2,300 sold. I don't buy Muranos, but that 11 Murano's $1,000. Here's what I'm here for. 1985 Corvette C4, 107,000 miles. The value in this car I'm going to show you in a minute, which I showed you at the beginning of this video, is this right here. Your 4+3 transmission. All the electronics are working except the window. This is a pretty clean car. $5,000? No. $3,000? Still no. $2,000? That's tempting. $3,100. someone got it for $3,100. Look at this Scion TC has 24,000 miles. That is wild. 24,000 miles. It's a baby still. It's also $8,000. Oh, look at how pretty that is. I've owned that car for like 7 months. I should have sold it 10 times already, and I just don't want to. It is so beautiful. This is the most favorite car I've ever owned. Far better than my standard C8. This is my E-Ray electric Corvette. It is front wheels, electric motors, rear wheel, 6.2 liter V8, 495 in the front, 160 in the, wait, I said that backwards. 495 in the rear, 160 in the front, equating to what? 645 horsepower, if my math serves me correctly. Targa roof, all-wheel drive. Would have loved an opportunity to drive this in the snow, never had that. Listen to it start, ready? I can push this, it gets even louder. Love this car. Today, failure. I'm regretting not buying that Corvette. I just bought a house. I'm in the process of renovating and moving. I don't have a ton of space, nor do I have a lot of time. I have a BMW Z3 and a Ford Mustang that me and my son are still in the works of rebuilding. That's why I walked away from the Corvette. That's why I said stick to your guns. If your number's 3, don't go over it. Find a number, don't go over it. You can get really caught up in the auction because I'm at 31, then I'm at 33. Next I'm at 35 and $4,000 when all I wanted to do was spend $3,000. You get caught up really easily. What do you think that car was worth? I regret not buying it because it could have made more videos, more fun, more stories, more antics on $3,000, $3,500 cars instead of flipping $400 Ferraris that cost me $60 that sell for $45. So I'm gonna stick to more fun cars like that, the everyman car, Camaros, Corvettes, Mustangs, and maybe a Lamborghini along the way. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. If this video was informative, educational, entertaining, a thumbs up doesn't cost you anything, but it's really helpful to me. So please hit the thumbs up button. The bell down below notifies you the next time I make a new video, so you can hit the bell. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, man. Subscribe. Like 50% of you watch this from TV, so I know you can't subscribe if you're watching from television, but that means 50% of you are watching it from your phone or device. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. I'm out. Wait, that was a different ending than I normally say. Adios. So just to put it in perspective about that Corvette, my father's on the phone right now and I just told him everything that we saw. Two-tone blue, 4+3 transmission, 109,000 miles. I rated it at around a 6.5 because it was an all original clean car. It wasn't a show car, it was just a really nice driver. Dad, what's your number? What's your number on this car? What do you think it's worth?
Well, I'd want to be around 3,500, but I'm finding that I'm usually too cheap. But 3,500 would be my number.
Darn it. All right, so I stopped at 3, which was my number, and it's sold for 31.
I would have bought it.
So I just should have put a bit more.
I would have bought it in a second for that.
Oh man, that's the one that got away from me too.
Especially in decent condition. And the 4+3 gets a bad rap, but I actually liked mine.
Oh, I'd way prefer that. I think it's really neat.
Yeah, and that color, that two-tone blue, Grandpa had one of those when you kids were small.
I remember that, yeah. Ah, darn it. Yeah. All right, so 3,500. I missed out on that one then.